As a student, you've probably heard at one point or another to not use Wikipedia for research papers. Now, this is true in the sense that you don't want to cite Wikipedia as one of your sources, but Wikipedia can be a great place to get background knowledge about your topic and also find some potential sources. So let's say you're a psychology major and you're doing some research project on some sort of mental health issue. So let's say bipolar disorder is your topic. Once you have searched that and you've found an article in Wikipedia, and especially if you're familiar with Wikipedia, you're going to know that all of the articles are basically laid out in the same format. So you have an introductory section at the beginning. In this case, we have a table of contents that has the signs and symptoms, causes, mechanism, diagnosis, etc. If you have little to no knowledge about bipolar disorder and you're thinking about writing a paper about it or doing some sort of a project related to it, once you've read through this article, you're going to get a pretty good handle on what it is, what the history of it is. You will also likely find who are the researchers or the people who have been involved in studying this. So this is pretty straightforward in the sense that you just read through it and you're going to learn the basics. One of the things that is also really important to remember is that in Wikipedia there are footnotes and references. That's one of Wikipedia's standards for being able to write articles, is that you have to include where you got your information. So if we scroll down to the very bottom, you'll find a references list. Now, the great thing about Wikipedia is that even though you're not going to cite the article itself in a paper, you may find sources in the references list that you want to use in your research. So look through these, look at the titles, find out if it's something that is interesting to you or relevant to the area of the topic that you want to explore. And that is basically how you use Wikipedia for background research and also for finding potential sources for your research.